Okay, guys, let's go. No script. I've got no structure to what I'm going to say. It's just going to be all over the place, but I guess you're used to that by now. Look, there are bad times coming. I think you all know that, right? And our only salvation is going to be Restore Britain, led by Rupert Lowe. Yeah? I mean, in the last only 9 days it's been going, 80,000 people have rallied to his banner. 80,000 in 9 days. Actually, it's probably 90,000 or 100,000 by now. Yeah. The establishment are going to try to close us down. One way or another, they will try to close us down. I see people like me being arrested. They could go back through my Twitters. They could go back to the forums that I was writing in and the letters I wrote. They can go back as far as 1976, and I'm sure they could find something in there to justify kicking in my door and taking away all my IT equipment I've accumulated over the years. They won't find much. I've baked most of it, shredded all my documents, anything. But, you know, I fully expect that to happen to me going down the road, and it's a price I'm prepared to pay. Yeah, and there are others out there prepared to pay the same price. People must stop being worried about being called a Nazi, far right, racist, whatever. They're just words. They mean nothing, absolutely nothing. You must stand up for your beliefs. We had a chance years and years ago to stop this happening. But your fathers and grandfathers, my age now, fought against people like me and called us those names. They believed the names that we were labelled and slandered with. And so they didn't rally to the banner then. Don't make the same mistakes that your fathers and grandfathers made. You must rally behind Rupert Lowe now, and you must be prepared to fight. And by be prepared to fight, I mean actually fight. You either want to preserve this country for your children and grandchildren, or you do not. And if you don't, it's because you're a coward. And there are cowards in our country, cowards and traitors. Yeah. Are you one of them? Or are you one of those who's going to defend our country's future? Don't affect me, really. I can live here in my little Welsh valley, well away from it all. I rarely go out. I rarely go out these days. I've no desire to travel the world. I've seen my share of it. But what about your children? Don't you want them to grow up in a peaceful place? Do you want your children growing up listening to the scream of some chant and having to pray on their knees 4 or 5 times a day? Of course you don't. Not if you're British, you don't. Now listen, what I want you to do is, I was going to do a review of Saxon Thor's video. Yeah. Instead, I want you to go over there, watch the video and subscribe it. Now, Saxon Thor might be a little bit too strong for some of you, but what he says is the truth. Yeah. The reason I keep pushing Saxon Thor is because he's got a longer shelf life than me, okay? I've got a limited shelf life now. I'm reaching my sell-by date. And we need sites like Saxon Thor to replace me. We need more sites like Saxon Thor. Right. Lost the thread. Going off on one, wasn't I? Yeah, we need more sites like Saxon Thor. They must be supported. It's not enough to just go watch it. Yeah, you must press like, you must subscribe, you must help get the message out. If you're too old to go and fight on the streets and campaign, then you can help by promoting those of us like myself and Saxon Thor trying to spread the word. Make that your activism. Talk to people in social media, on Xbox, on X, Facebook, WhatsApp. Let your friends know about Restore Britain. It's the only way we're going to win. And we can expect massive opposition, not just from the establishment, but also the Uni Party, Labour, Conservatives, Liberals, Greens, call them what you call them what you like. It matters not to us. They are going to attack us. Yeah, ignore the lies that they push out about the individuals involved in this fight back. I could show you 1,000 articles written about me where I've been accused of being a PDF file, a bank robber, SAS agent, MI5 agent. It was a period of time when I was working abroad. I was supposed to have been on a secret mission in Russia, for Christ's sakes. I was working in Portugal, almost 2 years. I could have stayed there. No, I come back because I want to fight for this country. You won't find me sipping sangria in Spain when it all kicks off. Now, let's have a look at this. Calm down. Calm down. Take it easy. Right. Let's see what my wife meant now. Watch this. I'm not going to blow the screen up. I just want to see a bit of a clip so you can see Saxon Thor's current article. It is strong stuff. But if you like, Saxon Thor is perhaps more outspoken than me, yeah? I suppose he may even be like me in a quiet taste. I suppose you could say I'm rum, he's whiskey, yeah? Let's just watch this. And if it doesn't make your blood boil, nothing will.
Of course we can. Why be afraid to do it? It's all there. It's all waiting.
Which remembers the mighty past, we say that England is not dead. England lives, and martyrs.
If we did right, if we stood firm, if we stood bravely, it will be a matter of honor and of veneration for generations to come.
They've dragged me into this bedsit. They've took me up these stairs, right? It's like 2 flights of stairs. They've took me in this tiny room. And then there was an adjoining room on these bedsits. You know what bedsits are like. And they've just grabbed me. 2 of them have grabbed me. And then there's more men coming. They're all talking in the mother tongue. I couldn't tell a word they were saying, right? And they've just gone. I can't go into it too much.
No, you don't.
They've just gone one after the other.
Yeah. You're all right.
Yeah, sorry, but I just...
No, listen, love, I know.
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to.
Constitutionality white and is being purposefully multiculturalized at any cost. And I say this to people, when whites are a minority, how are these ethnic minority police officers going to treat us? Because the whole police force now is more interested in Britain for arresting people over social media posts than they are about arresting migrant rapists. And you actually see a situation in the UK where if you were to, so say you lived in the UK and you were to go on social media and you were to use the gamer word, the fabled N word, you could get 2 years in prison for that.
Really? Damn.
2 years in prison. Yeah,
For a word. That's insane.
Okay. You heard that tragic story of that young lady. This is why we're fighting, guys. This is why we are fighting. The guy behind me, for those of you who don't know, is Mark Collett. I remember him from the past, from the BNP days. I met him once or twice. I met his mother, a charming lady. That was a long, long time ago. Mark Collett is attacked for being a Nazi. He's an outspoken. He's spoken about it, yeah. I haven't listened to it that much. He was an exception during my time in the BNP, and I think that's why he was so well known, because he was so vocal about what he believed in. But what he said there, whether you agree with Mark Collett or not about the past, what he said there was the truth. Yeah? Now, people will say, oh, you like Mark Collett. Yeah? You're a Nazi. You're a racist. Mark is not a racist. I know that for a fact. He's an ethno-nationalist, yeah? As am I, yeah? We probably disagree on a lot of things. But on one thing, we both want to save our country. We are united on that, yeah? We are going to have to accept and work with people that we may disagree with, like the way we are now with Advance UK and stuff like that. They may not be as outspoken as I. They may not have the courage that I have, or Mark has, or Saxon Thor has, yeah? But at the end of the day, they're still on our side. Unite behind Rupert Lowe. That's all I've got to say. No, I haven't. Get over to Saxon Thor, like and subscribe, okay? We need to make his channel grow. We need more channels like Saxon Thor. If they take one down, there is another one for you to go to and learn the truth. That's all. Continuity. We want continuity in the same way I picked up the flag back in 2006 from activists who were burnt out. I picked up their flag and I carried on. And one day, one of you carries on from me and from Saxon Thor and Mark Collett. Continuity of what we believe in. Okay? Yeah, you can kill a man, but you can't kill the dream. Okay, that's all I've got. Now go over there and subscribe to Saxon Thor. That's an order. Okay, guys. You've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. Did I oversell that?